and skin your ass alive like we cutting chinchilla. We them niggas in the club with them poles, we the killers. We them babies at the back door who came through the back door. No security, we all on, what's this mask for? We skipping out of town, going to countries with no passport. You scheme on me and my niggas, that be your last thought.
Turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
I want to get back to this list of two other things that you see, like that's divisively, that's deviously created to divide us.
Right. I would say the next one is ethics. We don't have a code of morals.
What ethics?
Exactly. So we just had a conversation about.
Is that why snitches are
oh, for sure. We ain't got like, no code. There's no code.
So popular right now.
When I went to Japan, they got the Bushido. The Bushido is like, let's say if we took every one of our ancestors, right, from the last 400 years, and we took all of their wisdom and it became our Bible, how we go live. They did that with their samurai warriors, their shoguns, things of that nature. And they built a culture off of that. Because in their culture, they realize a man not only needs the art of war, but the art of peace. So it'd be a general, they'd be telling a story how he even sliced some heads off. And then the next story would be how he was one of the greatest gardeners in the world. It was this balance that they had.
Right.
You feel me? To where they then took that Bushido and they went through a period of economic stagnation because they was focusing on how do we create a great culture, right? So it wasn't just capitalism, let's just get money. That's not their society, right? So if you look at Black America, we would have to go through that period of building out a culture that we agree to. Like, what's our code? What's our ethics? What's our values or morals? What do we consider honor, right? Can somebody just talk about a dead person? Is that part of the code or the ethics?
Right.
Maybe not, maybe so, right? Where is that point to where somebody goes too far or they don't? And this is something that everybody decides to live by, but how do you do it? This is why all these things are intertangible with each other. I grew up watching anime, right? We watched Dragon Ball Z. It told a story, right? A man that goes through battle and resilience, and they sometimes fought with honor and courage. That was part of Bushido. Those stories that were told in anime is because those are cultural codes that they're immersing their people in. Right. So every anime you watch, they got that storytelling. You're like, why is this animator so wise? That's not his wisdom, it's the wisdom of the Bushido.
Right, like Naruto.
And they put that in every movie. They put that in the songs.
Yeah.
The police gotta follow. Everybody follows that. So you live in it. And when you go to Japan, when I was out there, you know, if you go out and you early for work, where you go park at? Right in front, right? Because you're early. Well, out there was an interesting culture that happened where people that showed up early will park further away. Why they did that? Because they know some people will be late, so they had the courtesy allowing them to get the space, right? And you think about something small like that. How we would never do that in America, right? And then you realize, like, damn, we don't have no cultural cohesion. We don't have no empathy towards each other, right? When I'm out there, they built a society to where I don't have to speak Japanese, but the world is built in a way for humans to understand it, right? It's an empathy and design and be like, we built this so you don't get lost, right? You go through the airports, our airport's confusing as hell. There's as simple as hell. We had left some baggages when we was going from Kyoto to Okinawa, and this lady came and she worked with us and she walked us through the airport to go pick up our bags, and she told everybody else when we was getting our way. It was just concierge service, and we just regular people walking through. There ain't no 19 keys. I mean, not yet. You feel me? I get on Instagram. We spread the philosophies.
Right.
But when you think about it, like, we have to have a real culture that's built on a philosophy that we all agree on. Religion, no matter what your religion is. You feel me? You can be Israelite. You can be Moor. You can be Muslim. You can be Christian. But what is our code that we all agree on so that everybody can be held accountable to a standard? Right? You can be mad at somebody, but bro, we ain't got no code we agreed to. How you gonna say this person can't do that? When did we have an agreement? The no snitching was an agreed upon code to say if I'm a street dude, I don't snitch. We don't get soft target civilians of women and children. That was a code. Right. Right? There were certain things you didn't do. But now there's no code. So it becomes anarchy. Right? It's just complete chaos. So you have to put a code that creates the order. So now you can check people, and then people can check themselves. Because now you say something to body and they like, bro, I abide by a different code than you. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Right.
You feel me? Like, how you go check me? I'm not checking you. I'm saying that you said you subscribe to this and you not following it. If I see a Muslim brother eating pork sitting with a white girl, I ain't got to know him from nothing. He's sitting there with a bow tie red. Bro, you tripping.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
I ain't got to know him from nowhere. He know he tripping.
Right.
I could be in Belgium somewhere. He thought he hiding. Bro, is this bow tie something from here? And I start listening. Oh, you a Muslim? What's your name? Sharif? Oh.
All right.
Come on, man. What you doing? What you doing? He can't get mad at me. He's
Right.
like, this brother caught me, man. I ain't following the code that I live by.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But that should be any black man across the spectrum. When
Right.
we make movies, we make music, we make entertainment, when we build businesses, we should all have a code. They live by something called ikigai, where you do what you love. When it's like building out your purpose map for your life. It has to be something you love to do, first of all. Then it has to be something you're good at, right? To give you a purpose and give you a mission. Then it has to be something that the world needs. So whether you a barber, right, or you want to be a politician, the world needs those things, right? And then it has to be something that makes money because we have to exchange in commerce daily.
Lastly.
So now they're not focusing on retirement because they're doing something that they love, right? We live in this world where it's shaped by these time constraints. How can I make some money real quick? I'm just busy. Man, my Uber driver was happy when I was out there. They running to open up the car door,
Wow.
right? And if they wasn't opening up the car door, they built every car to where it has a button where it just opens and closes for you. You feel me? When I was going to the hotel, I felt like they was putting on the act. I was looking to see if they were still smiling. They were still smiling when I walked away. I said, wait a minute. I caught you. Nope, they were still, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, this don't make no sense. The only problem is it puts it puts tension on the people to always keep up because everybody's supposed to be happy. You're not supposed to bring shame to your family.
Right.
So you got a picture of a burger on your restaurant. When people go there, it don't look nothing like that. You bring shame to your family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that allows them to have this check and balance because nobody wants to bring shame to their family. It's the worst thing that you can do. We don't care about it. You can walk around and do the worst thing. Your kids can see it. Your mama on OnlyFans. You don't care about no shame. And how we go justify it? But they get money though. You get money, it means we got a prostitute culture.
Right.
As long as they getting money, because you will sell yourself for $1. So that code also means that now we make money way too high. When white people get money, they're not doing it for the money. Now, don't get me wrong, not all of them. I don't like saying blatant statements like that, but I mean those who go for power. They want to be powerful. My brother Keenan was talking to this white dude who's a billionaire. He's at this party. He said, how come you think no black people have made it to where you are? And he said, because I never met a black man as greedy as me. Right? He got an insatiable crave for power and money that he had never let go, but he ain't happy for shit. Ain't got no joy in his life, depressed because there's no fulfillment. It's just a void.
Right.
So even when you look at the people that we idolize, bro, you don't know how they living behind the scenes.
He's on track to become a supervillain.
Right. You know, and black men unfortunately be wanting to be white men that are depressed and only want power, but that's not our psychology. It's not sustainable for us. If we fuck over too many people, it messes us up. You feel me? Our nervous system is always rattled to where we can never relax because we know we did so much wrong in the world that karma gotta come get us. When they do it, they're psychopaths, so they don't feel, right? So you can't follow the actions of a psychopath who don't even have that psychological barrier of empathy. I don't feel when I do something wrong to nobody.
You can't grow a conscience.
So it was a study that showed like the 1% of the top CEOs all have this psychopathy, right? They have these dark traits. These dark traits, the triad of Machiavellianism, right? Look in hip hop, Tupac was spreading Machiavelli. That means get your way no matter who's in your way. You feel me? It's shrewd capitalism in business. That's what America was built off of. Then you got psychopathy, right? To where you really don't care at all what nobody else thinks. You don't feel at all when you do things. You completely narcissist. Everything is about me and nobody else. Right. Then you have sadism, to where you find pleasure in other people's pain, right? So when you start going down those dark paths, you feel me? You get good at it because you tapping into your dark side. And that's when you go back to the Bushido. You know the art of war, but the art of peace. You know darkness, but you know light, right? When you look at the dollar sign, it's an S. That comes from, and you got the two stripes. So if you go deep into that, that comes from Hercules holding on to these pillars, right? And when you think about it, it's a psychology, if you will, that a man has to be in between holding his light and his darkness. When anyone rules, he has a weakness.
Hercules or Samson?
Well, for the Greeks and stuff, it was Hercules. You know, for us, it was me. You know what I'm saying? I would throw myself in the imagery. But just think about that idea that we have to start giving people this balance of how to live, right? They have this practice of how to clean your house, right? They say you clean during the daytime because it's called tidying. It's an art of tidying, right? And it's more so about your mind. So even they show like, you know, kids don't like cleaning up, but because they teach them the reason why, it's not about the actual cleaning up. It's about getting your mind together. So while you doing this is mindfulness. When you cleaning up things, it's putting the clutter in your mind back.
That's where wax on, wax off came from?
Yeah, Mr.
Okay.
Miyagi.
That's where I got it.
And then they say you supposed to, you clean up during the day and you tidy at night. So at nighttime, you're not supposed to be cleaning. You just getting your mind prepared to close down shop. You feel me? But when you think about that, there's a philosophy for everything. So it connects it deeper. You're not just doing this because somebody told you so. Yeah. You have a reason why you're doing it. And that trains your brain to be connected to it in every aspect. Well, I'm going to treat this woman right. There's a philosophy behind how you benefit as well. Because we always looking for our own benefits. A lot of people say, why do nice men finish last? They supposed to because they let everybody else go first. They don't have control of their darkness. And a woman seeks a man with the dark traits because she say, if he that Machiavellian, he go get that money. You feel me? If he narcissistic, he got the traits to be the one out the group. You feel me? If he get into that money, he can provide and take care of me. So there's a translation subconsciously when you see men with those dark traits. So unfortunately, guys who consider themselves to be, I'm a good guy, you got so much light and none of the dark. You're not dangerous enough to be a protector. So your goal is, how do I have control over that? You go to, they have a, you know, you see the Japanese with the dragon tattoos with the Yakuza.
Yeah.
Some of them, they have like 5 claws. The more claws they have, the more powerful it is, right? So you can get a dragon with like 5 or like 6 or something like that. And the Yakuza was explaining, he said, you know, I just got 4 because I realized too much power controls you, right? So I was thinking about that, like, you realize that, yeah, you can go for ultimate power, but then it corrupts you. Right. And so even in their own mind, they had a way to temper that, right? And even those small things that if we had that in our culture, like, yeah, you can get over on them, bro, but you got to realize how that action hurts you, right? And then how that hurts everybody else. And we don't have enough philosophy and code that we share that become the ethics that we live by. So therefore, we can treat each other however we want as long as we benefit individually. And then we justified it to say, bro, getting money. He a millionaire. He a billionaire, though. But what he doing with it? And then we be like, well, they ain't got no responsibility to do nothing with nobody. Damn, we justified and defend people who don't do nothing. And then when somebody do something for us, a thought leader, a revolutionary activist, we want more from them, because the more you give a person, you start to produce this expectation, right? And then it decreases appreciation because they supposed to do it. So instead of having gratitude for everything that we do for each other, we tear down the people who actually try to get our mind right. We tear down the people who trying to do for us. And the person who does nothing, if they do anything, I'm appreciative. You meet a man that's just walking by you and he give you $10,000. You feel me? Man, you gonna have gratitude forever. I don't know this dude, he don't owe me nothing.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah. But if you've been working with somebody for years, you feel me, and they've been giving you money your whole life, they give you $10,000, you ain't tripping. Oh, well, bro, hey, matter of fact, when they stop doing it, you gonna have a problem. Right. Like, damn, what, we ain't cool no more? We got an issue? You feel me? So we have to get back to a point of gratitude, because that's how we start living in fulfillment and joy. And we have to have a culture that's connected to nature, right? Because we live too much in these cities. Man, I don't know how y'all do it in New York. New York literally makes you crazy. You feel me? That's why I like being in California. You feel, I need my palm trees. It lets me know that I'm alive. I need some sunshine outside because I got melanin. And I actually need more sun than the average person. Otherwise, I get seasonal depression.
Do you get sad when you come out here? Especially around this time of year?
I don't get sad. I wouldn't go nowhere if I got sad. But when I realized the temperature was gonna be cold and I was packing, I got a little bit. I had to go in the closet and grab the furs and stuff.
Right.
I'm outside with the sleeves off. You feel me? I'm listening to, you know what I mean? Squabble up. Yeah. I gotta go out there and listen, Mini Man, I'm in the cold like the world against me. You feel me? So, nah, you know, the cold is okay, man. It makes y'all a little more hard and more rigid. You know, I realize disrespect out here is, you know, love. Y'all got this shit backwards. Y'all yell at each other and be wildin'.
Listen,
tonight, you give somebody direct. Take your ass up the street.
Can't blame
make a
that.
left. Giving me real directions, but yelling. Like,
you can't blame that on us. You can't say that's just us. Because we had Aydin here from Figmunity, and he said, if a girl don't want to fight me, then she don't really love me.
You know, he grew up gang banging and stuff. He felt a little different, man.
Exactly.
California, West Coast people are nice but not kind. New York
I can
people
agree with
are
that.
kind but not nice.
We don't have any Southern hospitality in that capacity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all can say the most pleasant thing. Yo, man, I'm kind of messed up. Oh, you need money? Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's so bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pray for you having it's Cali, New York. You need what? Take this fucking money. Go ahead. Get the fuck on, man. Go ahead. Take the fucking money. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Not nice, but kind.
I mean, you know, it's a little different in the Bay, though. You know what I'm saying? Oakland is, this is what I was explaining to somebody the other day. Oakland is different because when you go to most places, like the civil rights era, like rule history in people's mind. In Oakland, it's like the Black Panthers. It's radical resistance. It's resilience. So as a kid, that's what you grow up with. You don't grow up in the civil rights era.
Right.
You grow up in like this black
Panther.
Radical,
Community.
right, do for self mindset.
Right.
So you see things differently. You narrate the world in a different way.
Right.
Right? And so that's why, like, coming from Oakland, it is like this sense of pride. When somebody tell you I'm from Oakland, you feel me? They popping it. Because it's like, yo, I come from like warriors. I come from soldiers. They was militant.
Right.
You feel me? It's a completely different world than a lot of times coming from a place to say that, yo, we came from slaves and civil rights leaders, and this is the way we go about doing things. So even that, like, understanding, if you haven't traveled, it's hard to us to understand each other because regionally we are different, right? And on the internet, it creates even more problematic because we don't understand each other enough because we got different codes we live by. We got different ways we view ourselves. We got different way we was raised, stories we were told by our grandfathers and uncles, ways we was raised in the street, how to treat women. Now you throw everybody on the internet, what happens? Chaos. So diversity is only a strength when people understand each other because when you understand something, you can accept it, even if you don't like it.
Spin don't like West Coast music.
And I'm fine with it. What can you say?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Everybody can't be perfect.
Before we get to the
come
third,
on, Keyz.
before we get to the third thing, I want to ask you. All right, New York, you know, our identity icon is the Timberland. What's the identity icon for Oakland?
For Oakland?
Yeah.
Converse.
It's Hoffa. Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.